All right, everybody. I hope you have had a great week. And for all our U.S. viewers, I hope you're getting ready for an amazing Thanksgiving. But we're going to still chat some cord cutting. Maybe help you find some Black Friday deals in the world of cord cutting. Answer some questions. Help you get the most out of your cord cutting experience. Fingers crossed, we'll be able to help with that today. So, if you watch this on repeat every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, even the day before Thanksgiving like today, we are live on YouTube answering your cord cutting related questions. So, if you have one, leave me a comment down in the show notes, whatever side that may be on, and I'll do my best to answer them. DJ, welcome. Great to have you here. Let me get these out on social media while everybody posts their welcomes and questions and comments. All right. But yeah, so Thanksgiving in the U.S. means Black Friday. There are a ton of great Black Friday deals already live on cordcarsnews.com. At the top of the site, I have a new tab called Black Friday. Right there, I've been posting all the Black Friday deals I've been finding. So if you're looking for a great deal on a Fire TV or Roku, all kinds of places, check that out. Hopefully that helps you find something to save some money on. If you don't find what you were looking for, leave me a comment. Maybe I'll be able to find some deals. We'll be posting all weekend long, right through Cyber Monday, all the best cord cutting deals I can put my hands on. All right, let me flip over screens. There we go. Housemania, Joe's, Chris, Tom, Goku, Sean, Jimmy, Shannon, Roberto, everybody. I hope you're all having a great time from all over the country and the world. David, no, I don't really cover private Roku channels. Most of them aren't really offer anything that the official ones don't anymore, just to be honest with you. Yes, Chris, Apple is having a Black Friday sale this weekend. And we'll cover the cord cutting deals there too. All right, everybody, get those questions in. We're going to do our best to answer them. And also, is everybody traveling? Are you going to watch it from home? Let me know. What's on the dinner plan? Anybody here trying to fast a little bit tonight so you got room for tomorrow? Guilty. Trying to make some room already. And then we all hit the gym on Monday, right? So, questions, comments, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. And we're going to go maybe half an hour-ish. We'll see how the activity is, how many questions we have. Let's keep it going. How's my Thanksgiving prep? Very good. We got the ham, we got turkey, we got everything in the fridge right now, ready to go for tomorrow. And so, question of the day. Are you a traditionalist? Turkey? Something else? Ham? I personally, I like ham over a turkey. Don't hate me. But yeah, let me know what you guys get. And ladies. I'm from Michigan. For some reason, everybody's guys. Does Pluto TV have a TV guide? Yes, Pluto TV does. If you download the Pluto TV app, right in the home screen, you'll see a traditional guide looking like layer there. They'll show you what's coming up. Hello, everybody. Richard was thinking I want to do a show today. Nope, I'm right here. We're back again for a great cord cutting Q&A show. Patty says the Roku stick updated. Now some channels are lagging. What should I do? I would reboot it. If you plug it in the wall, unplug it, replug it. And I haven't heard any complaints about it, but I will definitely keep my eyes open. Carlos says, I love your Roku updates. I love it when you give new channels. Yeah, Carlos, about once a month, usually we like to post the newest channels coming out to Roku, ones we haven't promoted before. Hopefully it helps people find something new. We got a Fire TV one coming next week. We'll also do Apple TV and others. David asks, smart TVs versus streaming box. What's the thoughts? Traditionally, the answer was always streaming boxes because they always got the most updates. They got the best of everything. But nowadays, though, many smart TVs run the same OS as a streaming player. So if you're looking at a Roku player versus a Roku TV, you're not going to really get a difference in experience there. They're both great. So that comes down to, do you want a TV? Do you need a new TV? If yes, get one with a Roku built in or a Fire TV, for example. If you don't need a new TV, your TV works fine, does everything you want, I would just get a streaming player. That's my recommendation. Mule asks, can you set favorites on Pluto TV? I wanted to say yes, but now I'm blanking. Help me out. Do you use Pluto TV? Leave me a comment. Let me know if they allow you to set favorites, so you can just have like favorites at the top. Chris says, Luke, Spectrum told me they'll be offering Apple TV next month. Yes, Chris, a few months ago, Spectrum announced that by the end of the year, they will be launching an app on the Apple TV. It's exactly the same as what they already do on the Roku. So for years now, since it was Time Warner Cable, they've allowed you the ability to stream your Time Warner Cable subscription through a Roku. Now they're finally bringing that to Apple TV years later. And yeah, it's not necessarily going to be something for cord cutters. You will get the Spectrum Choice option, but most of it seems to be on the Apple TV really about cable subscribers also having the option to stream. Most people are saying they want turkey. Any other ham people out there, let me know. All right, get those questions in, but while we wait, don't forget, we have a giveaway happening right now. Fire TV Recast DVR and a Clearstream Max antenna. We're giving away to one lucky person. Link in the show notes down below to enter. There's multiple options on how to enter. As long as you do one, you're entered. The more ones you do, the more entries you get into the giveaway. So link in the show notes if you want to win a Fire TV Recast DVR. Any deals Friday on Tableau, HD Home Run, or Channel Master? I believe Channel Master has one on their site. Tableau has one through Best Buy, and I'll have a guide with that tomorrow. I'm not sure about the HD Home Run. I'll have to look. Trying to keep them all straight in my head. Somebody help me. Is there a Black Friday deal on HD Home Run? Leave a comment. Let me know. I hate to say yes and then be wrong if I'm confusing it. All right. People are saying that Pluto TV does not allow you to set favorites. I kind of wonder about it. For some reason, I thought they did, but it makes sense that they did. All right, we're getting some ham fans out. All right, I'm glad I'm not alone now. I prefer ham over a turkey. All right, here's the other question of the day. It's completely non-core kind of related. What sides go with your Thanksgiving dinner? I love some all-grind, homemade, from scratch potatoes. Give me those all-grind potatoes any day, every day. Love them. From scratch, though. None of that box stuff. Don't waste my time with that. Chris says, Luke, I'm a huge fan of YouTube TV and the Apple TV. Yeah, they're great. They're both great options. As always, though, what's best for you doesn't mean they're going to be best for everybody. You may not have a channel I want. It may not have a feature I want. So just keep that in mind. Rutledge says he successfully convinced his parents to cut the cord. They're now one of us. Welcome them to the family. It's great to have your regular family join your cord cutting family. NYC says, I remember Best Buy's doing pre-Black Friday deals on 2 terabyte hard drives. Which ones would you recommend for cores? Yeah, if you want a hard drive for a DVR, really, most mid-priced hard drives would be more than enough for using your DVR to record it. You don't really need the highest end ones that are for like video editing and that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. That I would say I wouldn't get the cheapest external hard drive for a DVR if you want to get more storage, but I wouldn't buy the most expensive. I think most hard drives now, the brands are pretty good. Best Buy has a good return policy if you get home and find it doesn't work. So just keep that in mind. Other people, people are telling me that Pluto TV used to have a favorite option, but don't. And I kind of remember that, but I don't know. I'll try to look into it. Bob says, I saw your article for the Comcast price hike, but it's for Atlanta. Do you expect it nationwide? Bob, yes, as I said in the story, Comcast it historically rolls out things like price hikes nationwide. So we use that one thing as an example, but especially when it comes to things like regional sports fees and broadcast TV fees, those are typically consistent nationwide. So yes, that should be very consistent and on or about that same date. Judy says Target has the Rokus on sale. Yep, they're actually on sale pretty much everywhere right now. Walmart has the stick on sale. They Amazon, Roku.com, I believe Best Buy too. So now the Roku Ultra though, I believe some stores may start them tomorrow online, especially. But the Roku Ultra sale doesn't, I believe, start until Friday for Black Friday. All right, I got some people voting for stuffing, homemade dressing, mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes always a decent fallback position if the all grinds aren't available. So any other people with your favorite Thanksgiving side dishes, let me know. And I see a ton of people just kind of came in. Two things. If you're new here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm answering your cord cutting related questions right here on YouTube, helping you hopefully get the most out of your cord cutting experience. 2, hit that subscribe button, helps us out. And don't forget, we're giving away a Fire TV Recast DVR and an antenna from Antennas Direct. Link in the show notes down below. What's your thoughts on the Amazon petition buying Fox's regional sports channels from Disney? Yeah, so Disney, per their deal to get permission to buy Fox, agreed to sell off the Fox regional sports networks. Basically, the Department of Justice said, hey, having ESPN, ABC, and the Fox regional sports networks is just too much in the sports world. Disney agreed, sure, if that's the condition, we'll sell it off. Something AT&T didn't want to do, but Disney is willing to do. So they're going out here and they're putting them up for sale. Now, a ton of people, Sinclair, Tenga, and a bunch of other people, including Amazon, bid. Was rumored that YouTube would be bidding on the Fox Regional Sports through Google, through YouTube. That, according to what I've heard, there's no reports of that actually having come to fruition. Now, would Amazon get them? Be good for cord cutters? Probably. I would expect that Amazon would push for streaming rights for these kind of things, similar to what they've done with Thursday Night NFL Football. Are they the best ones? I don't know. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of Sinclair, but if Sinclair happens to win, they actually have a good reputation of being very cord cutting friendly. Tenga, kind of a mixture of cord cutting friendliness. I say they're not the least favorite friendly cord cutting company out there, if that makes any sense at all. So I think even if Amazon doesn't win it, it still could be a win for cord cutting. But the truth is, whoever wins those Fox Regional Sports will have huge power going forward in the world of cord cutting and what the next generation of sports streaming will look like in the next 10, 15 years. Paul, now here's the thing. People are saying with Pluto TV, Paul says, yes, you can favorite channels on Pluto TV, but you have to create an account. Maybe for some reason I'm not logged in. I'll have to go back. Maybe I got logged out on my player. But if you create an account, yes, you can favorite channels on Pluto TV and have a section of favorites at the top. All right, question. What's the best place to put an antenna in the house? As always, as high as possible. Move it away from metal. Move it away from electronics as much as possible. I know it's sometimes difficult. One of the things I would not do is I would not put it directly next to a fireplace because that chimney lining nowadays is metal and that blocks over their reception. So a lot of people like to put them next to your fireplace. That's not the best place to do it. Any news on Sinclair streaming? Yeah, they have it out in a few markets on mobile devices. Sinclair has always been very friendly to streaming. You look at Comet, for example, streams on Roku's, Apple TVs, online. Comet streams in a ton of places. It's one of the digital networks on a ton of different stream ones. Their local news streams on a ton of services. So yeah, they're out there pretty easy going about that. Luke, is there official cord cutting news turkey? Yeah, there is, but I don't think I'll be posting anything. Maybe I'll take a picture of it once we cook it tomorrow. But there will be turkey here at the Cord Cutters News HQ. All right. Richard says he's been talking up Cord Cutters News, everybody, over at the local Air Force base there. So thanks for letting me know about that. D asks, Amazon has the Fire TV Cube for $60. Deal or no deal? That's a great deal. It's about half off the typical price. If you want the Fire TV Cube, I would get it. One of the main selling points of Fire TV Cube is the fact that it has an Echo built in for hands-free control that way. Not bad. It's not the most powerful Fire TV in the lineup. Actually, the Fire TV 4K stick in our tests and in the paperwork shows it to be a more powerful, better Fire TV. misses certain features on it. It doesn't have the echo built in, so just keep that in mind. One thing I wouldn't buy, I wouldn't get the Fire TV Stick HD version anymore. I would recommend that you spend that extra for $10 to get the 4K version. It'll future-proof you if you ever buy a new TV and you want 4K streaming on it. 2, it's just a better device. It's got better processor. It's just overall a better streaming experience with the Fire TV Stick 4K. John says, can you clarify how PlayStation Vue partner with the Amazon Fire TV makes PlayStation Vue a better experience on the Fire TV? I honestly don't think it does that. I don't think that the integration of the Fire TV is a reason I would pick the PlayStation Vue over YouTube TV or Sling or whatever else is supported. You may want to pick YouTube TV because there's not an official app on YouTube TV for the Fire TV. Just disclaimer. You should pick the service that has the channels you want with the features you want. Because just the fact that maybe they will display a channel on the home screen, to me, is not enough to pick a service if it doesn't offer me the channels I want with the features I want. And you may say, hey, this feature here is what I want, or PlayStation Vue has everything I want, has all the channels I want. Great. I may say, hey, I want the Pac-12 network. They don't offer that. I can find other channels. I want Viacom channels. They don't offer Viacom channels. So you really need to say which one's right for you. Now, with the integration of Fire TV, that same guide that has like your antenna on it on the Fire TV now plays your PlayStation Vue locals or channels, and it does some integration on the home screen. To me, that's not enough to overwhelm if it doesn't have the channels. If Viacom is important to you, if having a particular local it may not have, etc. Just keep that in mind. All right, Anthony, following up on PlayStation Vue, says his PlayStation Vue just got upgraded to the Ultra plan. Yes, CoreCarsNews.com, I have a story about this. PlayStation Vue did this last year. It's actually a rather ingenious marketing idea. Sony, well done. That they moved up most, but not all PlayStation Vue subscribers to the highest tier. So HBO, all that is included. Like I think it's like 90 or 100 channels with your subscription. So that over the weekend, as your family comes over and sees PlayStation Vue running, they're like, wow, look at all these channels. And they don't realize that they're seeing the ultra high tier because there's a free preview for Thanksgiving. That's a pretty cool idea of Sony to give away the highest tier PlayStation Vue. So as your family comes in town, sees it using PlayStation Vue, maybe they want to go get PlayStation Vue. But yeah, that will probably end. I'm not sure if it's Monday next week or Sunday next week. We'll see. What do you think about DirecTV Now? DirecTV Now is not a bad service. All services have hookups, but DirecTV Now has had their fair share. To me, again, it goes back to, do they have the channels you want? Do they have the features you want? The DVR on DirecTV Now is only 20 hours. For me, I don't really DVR a lot. I mostly use it for like live news and live sports, occasional DVRing. It's perfect. For you, I know some people are addicted to their DVR and they fill that thing up all the time. If that's you, maybe you want to look at something like YouTube TV or PlayStation Vue as an option, or Fubo TV and others. So DirecTV Now is great, but it's not great for everyone. Do your research, see if it's right for you. What is the cheapest cable company that can watch TV forever and the bill to be the lowest? Well, I wouldn't go with cable companies because, as I've shown just about a week ago, I posted a story how many of those fees and taxes and everything can add up to be over $50 a month with cable companies. So I would look at something like Sling TV, cheapest live TV streaming service. Again, you can build add-ons. You can look at like YouTube TV, PlayStation Vue, Hulu, and more. If you already have Hulu, $32 for Hulu, great price. Honestly, Hulu, if I could give you one advice, stop advertising your service as a $39 service. Advertise it as a $32 service as an add-on to your Hulu current subscription. I bet they would get more subscribers that way. But yeah, again, do your research, pick out which ones, avoid the cable companies. All right, if I didn't answer your question, re-ask it, because there's a lot of questions flying by as I'm answering them, and it's hard to answer all of them when you're talking and trying to address the first one. Bob says, I thought the Fire TV Cube would act as an Echo. You're saying it doesn't. It does. It's an Echo Dot basically built into a Fire TV. what I was saying earlier is it's not as powerful a streaming player as a Fire TV Stick 4K. In reality, if you can buy a Fire TV Stick 4K, not when they're not on sale, just regular pricing, and a Fire or an Amazon Echo cheaper than a Fire TV Cube. Nice setup there, Chris. I have been very impressed with Amazon Music, too. So I hope you like it. David says, do you think the live version of the CW will come to streaming services instead of the on-demand for most? Now, the CW is actually streaming on many live TV services, but only in a few markets. The CW has an interesting distribution deal with different companies. I think that's what's holding them back a little bit. But the CW is also offering free next day access, and yeah, that seems to be the majority. Remember, the CW's core audience they view as younger, so maybe they think the on-demand is fine for a younger audience, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, it would be nice if the CW came to more ones. Again, though, in most parts of the country, an antenna will give you the CW. I know, even though it's 90+% of Americans, that 8%, 9% still represents millions of Americans who can't get it. Hopefully you live in an area where that's an option, or you use the CW app to watch it for free the next day. NYC says, is the AirTV worth it for Sling TV users? What are your thoughts? If you're happy with your setup, there's no reason to get an AirTV. AirTV is very nice, though, because it takes your Sling account, takes your antenna, meshes them together. So your antenna, your Sling TV, everything is in one user interface and a very beautiful, nice setup layer there. So just keep that in mind, that there is a nice rollout of how to the AirTV just makes it easier to use your antenna and your Sling. That's about it. If you're happy with your AirTV or your current setup and you've been thinking about AirTV, I wouldn't necessarily replace your Roku, your Fire TV, or Apple TV with an AirTV. Neobo is asked about SkyStream TV. Go to Core Cars News, type in SkyStream TV. I have a full review there. All right, real quick, because we're getting close to the halfway mark, I'm going to play a 30-second ad. Why play the ad? Because I have employees to pay and a kid who likes to grow real fast and needs more clothes. So bear with me for about 30 seconds with a quick ad. Thank you for watching it. It really does support Core Cars News. All right, for everybody else who's still here, don't forget we're giving away a Fire TV Recast DVR and an antenna. Link in the show, it's down below. Check that out. We'll wait about 10, 15 more seconds, and everyone else will be back. All right, well, it's a longer ad. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging through it. Really appreciate it. John says, what is the best DVR for live over-the-air TV? NVIDIA Shield Pro with 500 gig using the Android TV app or a Recast? Couple things here. If you get Fire TV Recast, it only really works with the Fire TV. Will work with phones and tablets from Android and iOS, but you won't be able to use that on Roku or Android TV or other devices. So if you're not 100% in the Fire TV experience, I would get like a Tableau DVR, or if you have an NVIDIA Shield, get a USB tuner, use the Amazon or the Google app. It's okay. If you're a mixture of devices, let's say you want your antenna to work on your Apple TV, your Fire TV, your Roku, and others, I would look at the Tableau lineup and get it from the Tableau DVR, because that has great cross-platform support. You can also look at TiVo and a Channel Master. They're a little bit more limited on some of their features when it comes to streaming it to multiple devices. So I would check that out. All right, Johnny, I'm not sure. He's saying he's got an account with Pluto TV, still can't favorite channels. I would contact Pluto TV and ask. It's not something I've done, so I would encourage you to check that out. All right. Dan says he loves his YouTube. It used to be called Red Premiere, whatever it's called. The ad-free experience on YouTube. I love it too. I like the additional features of like downloading content as I watch it offline easily. I love that too. Do I get part of YouTube Red since I subscribe to you? Yes. If you watch one of our videos, we do get a tiny little cut of that. I'm not sure which one's more, YouTube Red or ads. I know most people don't use it. Ads show more revenue that way. But yes, we do get money. Jimmy says, hey Luke, I have my 65-inch TCL 6 series for about 6 weeks now. I'm having buyer's remorse. Should have waited and jumped on the 65-inch P series for $8.99. Jimmy, why? Because some of the reviews I've said says the Fire TV 6 series is better. In my testing, I actually liked it better. Why don't you like it? Now, of course, 6 series is a Roku TV. You primarily get it because you want the Roku experience. But in my testing, I thought it was the best sub $1,000 TV available right now. So let me know. Luke, I see a lot of questions of Xfinity versus Fios. Can you speak a bit on how fiber is a superior technology over traditional copper? It offers better streaming experience. The truth is now, though, that cable internet offers very good internet. So the benefits of fiber is not what it used to be a few years ago. So what I would recommend, honestly, between Comcast or Xfinity or Fios is whichever one gives you the best deal, because they both will give you plenty of speed to stream Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, etc. What do I think about the TCL? You know, I'm not familiar. I believe you're talking about the 55. Okay, I had to look up that serial number you shared there. Teddy says, what do I think of the 55-inch TCL 6 series TV? I actually have one here in the house, in our living room, and I really like it. It's the best Roku TV in the market. And in my testing, like I said earlier, I believe it's the best sub $1,000 TV. Yes, there are better TVs, especially if you go in the $2,000-$3,000 range. If you pay twice as much, you should expect better performance. But overall, I do think the Roku TV 6 series is a better experience compared to many of the others. Some people that really like Vizio. When I was looking at both, I didn't see why the Vizio would be better. I think the streaming selection and the core cutting features of the Roku TV really pushes it over the edge of the Vizio P series. So, and I think the quality of the image and everything to me was very comparable. Do I think PlexPass will have a Black Friday sale? If it does, I'll post about it. Jimmy says, I actually have a Apple TV 4K on his TCL 6 series. I'm not using the Roku at all. I'm having some issues with the HDMI 2 port and having it dreaded vertical banding. I have not seen that. I use my HDMI ports on my Roku TCL 6 series for everything from my PlayStation to DVD players and more. I haven't experienced it. If you think you're having some issues, I would contact TCL for support. If you're primarily buying an Apple TV or using it for Apple TV, I'll just get a standard TV. Save you some of the steps of having to launch into the Roku interface and then launch the Apple TV interface each time. One note, and that is a good point from Rutledge, the Vizio series doesn't always have tuners. Most newer Vizio TVs removed the over-the-air TV tuner. So if you're a cord cutter and wants to use an antenna, don't buy a Vizio unless you want to buy a third-party device like a tablet DVR. What do I think is the best streaming service to go with? DirecTV Now is not supporting ESPN3. It looks like DirecTV Now's ESPN3 support shows up, goes away, shows up, goes away. I have contacted AT&T several times on this. They have not responded. Pretty much every other live service, with the exception of Philo and Fubo TV, offers, and there may be another one, but offers ESPN3 support. Is the DirecTV Now cable box going to have Google Assistant? We don't know. We haven't got our hands on it. Maybe we'll get selected to be a beta tester. Google, call us. We'll love to help you. But right now, Google, AT&T. AT&T is still being very secretive about what their new device will. It is Android TV, so you would assume that it would offer Google Assistant because Android TV offers it. But it is a custom version of Android TV. Just keep that in mind. So, but As all things cruise talk, with all things unreleased products, a lot of this is speculation. Let's wait until we get some firm, hard facts on a lot of this. All right, if I haven't answered your questions, re-ask it. I'm going to do my best to answer all of them. It's about 15 more minutes. It's the night before Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving Eve. And all through the country, people are at bars or trying to fast a little bit before tomorrow. Fineco, I have not tested that service, so I can't comment. I've heard some people like it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with a lot of services. There's over 100 live TV streaming service or 100 streaming services out there in the United States alone. Some people say it's closer to 200, depending on all the rebranded ones. We try our best to try most of them. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to try all of them, but we keep trying different ones. Dave says, when is Spectrum getting kicked out of New York State? Well, Spectrum and New York State are in a legal fight. New York State selling Spectrum. They sell their markets in the state of New York in the United States. Of course, Spectrum is saying, oh, heck no, we're not doing that. So the parent company, Charter, is in a legal battle with the state of New York right now. Are there any TLC TVs that have Dolby Vision? Yes, many of them. Most of the high ends, the 6 series, etc., does include, I think the 5 series too, does include HDR10 and Dolby Vision HDR. How many channels will you get if you sign up for Stars? I believe you get all the Stars. CoreCarsNews.com, I have a post right on the homepage about Stars being on sale for Black Friday right now. Details can be found right there if you want to check that out. Cruise Talk, I already answered that question about DirecTV Now's new streaming box and Google Assistant. We don't know. No one's played with it. They haven't said it is Android TV, so you would assume it is there. But they have not officially announced that. They haven't actually sent review copies out to people. It's a skinned version, a custom version of Android TV. So it's possible they removed it, but I find that highly unlikely. So Cruise Talk, I don't know why you keep re-asking the same question, but the answer once again is we don't know. Dan asks, is the TLC TV's remotes infrared? Some are, the lower end ones are. The higher ends, like the 6 series, are point anywhere wireless remotes. John says he recently got the Roku OS 9.0 update on his Roku 4. Yeah, a lot of additional features on it. John, you canceled the update, so you didn't actually fully get the download. It'll just reappear at some time in the future. Probably one morning you're going to wake up and it's going to be there because Roku auto-installs a lot of those in the middle of the night. So just in case you cancel it, you may not see it right now. It'll eventually come back around to you. Technical Support says, I saw A&E and PlayStation View for about 2 minutes today. That's not the first time this has happened. PlayStation View for months now has done weird things like channels that they don't offer appear and then they go away. And everybody got really excited. Like, oh man, all the Viacom channels are back. Remember that? Months ago? We're all like, Viacom's coming to PlayStation View? Is it not? It was there for like an hour or two and now it's all gone. So I don't know what happened. Jimmy, the TCL 6 series does not offer any version of the TCL 6 series IR remote. You may see what looks like an IR port in the front. That's to turn the TV on. That's to do with Energy Star rules. The actual rest of the work on the TCL 6 series is infrared. Now make sure you're buying the 6 series, not the 5 series or the 4 series, because some of those don't all have point anywhere wireless remote. Some of those are IR. So keep in mind, 6 series across the board, even though it has an IR port, again, that's just to turn on the TV. From there, it's all wireless control. Will cable prices be cheaper on Black Friday? Probably not. How do you get Facebook and Twitter on Roku? Twitter does have an app for Roku. Facebook used to. They pulled it. Hopefully it comes back soon. But just go into the channel store, type in Twitter, and it'll pop right up. Any updates on the Sling TV HBO Cinemax? No. AT&T is accusing Dish, the parent company of Sling, of being a puppet for the Department of Justice. Dish is accusing AT&T of trying to force Dish to pay for their crazy good deals for their customers and making unreasonable demands. So they seem to be pretty far apart. Mule, any TV tuner reviews? Honestly, I've never found a tuner that was worth the money to replace the one in your TV. Just to be honest with you. I just don't think there's any, if you have a tuner in your TV, there's no reason to go buy a tuner box. I just don't think there are any, you get much better. If you have a challenge this week, buying a more powerful antenna will give you a better experience. Where can I get BIN Sports? Movie Fan, down in the link down below. In the show notes, there's one that called right below the Core Cutting 101 guide. There's one that calls Live TV Guide. Click on that link there. Right there, I'll show. There's a list of alphabetical channels with all the services that offer them. Scroll down until you find BIN or BEIN Sports, and there's all the services out there. Jimmy, I'm gonna be very honest with you. None of the 6 series have an infrared remote. Somebody may have demoed it using an infrared remote. That often happens on show floors. All Roku players, the Roku Ultra again, wireless, it will work with an infrared version of the Roku remote. The all Roku 6 series TCL TVs, according to TCL, is a wireless point anywhere remote. And again, if you ever lose your wireless remote, you can go get a point anywhere remote. For example, I have a TCL 2017 basic TV in my bedroom with a IR directional remote. When my daughter misplaced, or my young daughter took the remote to our TCL 6 series, I went in the bedroom, got that remote to control the TCL 6 series on Saturday. That Roku's, even if it's like a Roku Ultra, which has the point anywhere remote, will still work with the IR remote. So it's probably because in a lot of showrooms, display floors, etc., there's so many Wi-Fi signals and stuff bouncing around, it can interfere with point or wireless remotes. They go with IR. For example, at CES, all anybody uses is IR remotes, and they will even build special remotes to do that because there's so many Wi-Fi signals and stuff, it can interfere and be difficult to use it there. Jimmy, if you bought a TV that 6 series, you probably didn't get a 6 series. It must be a 5 series. Because I have a 5 series or 6 series 65 inch I've tested, and I have a 55 inch in the house. Those are the only 2 versions they sell. Both of them had point anywhere wireless remotes. It does have an IR blaster on it, but it's only to turn the TV on and off. That has to do with Energy Star and rules and all kinds of stuff. I have Twitter for my Roku. Huh, well, how did I miss this? Well, I will be interested here. Twitter did shut down their Roku, Xbox, and Android TV apps. I will be. How did I miss that news? Here it is. Roku shut down the Android TV. Twitter shut down their Roku, Xbox, Android TV apps until they could become in compliance with the new European data privacy laws. Interesting. I missed that. That's an interesting one. I wonder if it came back. Let me go take a look in the Roku channel store. You'll learn something new every day. Yep, Twitter is still down there. Huh, that's very interesting. All right. Now, here's a question for you, Jimmy. Does your remote offer private listening? The ability to plug inside here. Remote. Here we go. All right, dude. 6 series, do. I'll be very interesting because TCL, when I replace it, when I search it, it shows me on their website a point anywhere remote on their website. Jimmy, I don't know. You have to ask TCL. 6 series, yeah. When I look on their thing, it says point anywhere. Oh, Jimmy, maybe they do have a special floor-only version. My question to you, well, if you bought one and they don't, that seems really silly, but I guess I would say return it because the Amazon.com version is the same price, includes the point anywhere remote. Why would they have one on Best Buy that doesn't do that when the Amazon one is the same price? And let's see here, it's $599 on Best Buy, and well, it's $10 more on Amazon right now, but same price basically. All right, hello. I have the first Roku with micro phone search. 1080p. Is that the Roku first one micro? Is that the Roku 3 or Roku 4? I can't remember which one had the first voice search. Somebody help me here. I want to say it's probably Roku 4, Roku Premiere. I would say that would probably get the Roku OS 9. I'm not sure when. Jimmy, you may be right. When I'm looking online, it looks like it has the same remote. I may be wrong, but that would be weird because when I was demoed it, when I was shown it into place, and the one I have here all have that. When I asked them, they said all Roku TCL 6 series will have the point anywhere remote. So, but I'm just going to say, if you have one, you say it doesn't, I'm going to go with that. Jimmy, there's really nothing to chat about. If you don't like that, it doesn't have the point. If you got one that has a point anywhere and you don't like it, return it to Best Buy if you can. Go buy it on Amazon. They definitely have the version because I bought it there and I got it. Later versions 3, okay, was the first version with a voice anywhere search. Then I would say yes, it does. The 3 version will get the Roku OS 9. When that will happen, I don't know. Anthony says the Chicago Cubs' own streaming network is happening in 2020. Is this good or bad for cord cutting? 2 things. Just because they say it's happening in 2020, it may or may not happen. A lot can change in the next 3-4 years. 2, is it good or bad for cord cutting? It depends on what the terms are. You would think the Chicago Cubs would want to add as many services as possible, so we'll have to wait and see. Josie says he just received the Roku OS 9 update for the Stick Plus. Yeah, it seems to be on most devices. Roku 4's got it. The Expresses have it. The Premiere, I believe, has it now. The Stick Plus has it. I think the Ultra, I'm not sure, are getting it. If you don't have it, you have one of those devices, don't have it yet, it's just still coming your way. It's rolling out on those devices. Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, you may be right, Jimmy. The version you got may be that. All I can tell you is what TCL told me. All I can tell you is what I saw when I looked it up online. But, like I said, though, if it's true they're not offering the point anywhere remote, don't buy it at Best Buy. Go get it from Amazon. Because Amazon will come with a point anywhere remote for basically the same price. And the point anywhere remote is a huge improvement over the old ones. Here's the other thing. You can go buy, if you have it and you can't return it, you can go buy a replacement version of the TCL remotes with a voice search on it. Or if you get the Roku's or if you get the Roku wireless speakers, they will come with a Roku Point Anywhere remote. So just keep that in mind. Chris, you are right. Yes, if you get the Roku OS 9 or Roku 8.2 on the TV side, so players you need 9, and TVs you need 8.2, you will get the new Spotify app. Comes back to Roku, was on Roku, went away for a little while, it's now back. You will also get the updated Pandora one, plus a ton of other under the hood features, improvements, back end things, that kind of stuff. When are you going to get some phone cases for the Pixel 3? I actually have some. I'm not a big fan of phone cases, so I don't have one on my phone right now. Will 3.0 TV signal be free to receive? It should be. Bobby says he's lost on what Roku versions he has. How can you figure that? Okay, so if you don't know what version of your Roku OS software you have, of course, if you look at the box, it'll probably say right on the box, Roku Ultra, Roku Premiere, Roku 1, Roku 2, Roku 3. But the Roku OS, if you go to the settings, system, about, right there it will say that. Or you can go into the system update, hit update, and it will show you what your current version of OS is. Honestly, if you're using Roku OS 9, it's not earth-shattering on the front end. Most of the biggest exciting things about Roku OS 9 are on the back end. Make some tweaks, some changes, the things that app or channel developers can take advantage of. So on your part, I would recommend that you go and, if you're really curious, check it in your system update or your system about settings. I'm pretty sure it's in about. I know it's in the system updates. But again, past adding Pandora's updated things, Spotify, there's not a lot on the front end that's going to be very exciting about Roku OS 9. The under the hood, the new features. For example, Roku is mandating the fact that Roku channels with so many hours support their TV Anywhere. So if you have like PlayStation View or YouTube TV, if you log into one TV Anywhere app, all the ones that are supported will automatically log you into the rest. So keep that in mind. Again, though, that's the Roku channels need to update to take advantage of those new features there. All right. Yeah, kind of the rule of thumb I find, if it's a legitimate streaming service, they don't call themselves an IPTV service. And if they are legitimate, they probably shouldn't be calling themselves an IPTV service. Because the reality is most people just use the word IPTV to represent piracy. All right, last few questions. I'm going to spend about 10 more minutes here answering questions. If you have a question, jump on in. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Check it out. I'll love to hear from you. We do weekly Q&As every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, weekly recap shows, and all kinds of other core current related news, tips, tricks, and videos. Chris says, why would Comcast raise the prices when they're getting killed by cord cutters right now? Desperately trying to get every penny out of it they can before they're dead. They are probably being squeezed by content providers. Remember, Comcast isn't... The cost of your cable bill, majority doesn't go to Comcast. A majority of that goes to other people. It's like gas. I remember this when I worked at a gas station in college. Gas stations make 3 to 10 cents a gallon, right? Per gallon. The rest of that $2... So 80, let's say 90 cents of every dollar goes to the oil company. The gas station gets 3 to 10 cents a gallon. And 10 cents is very rare. That's probably in a very busy place where they can justify charging a little bit more, like by an airport. So just keep that in mind. Cable companies are kind of the same way. Most of that money goes elsewhere. So there is an argument that you see like CBS, all these places raising their fees on companies. You see Dish is becoming very well known for fighting these price increases, because when Dish has to pay more, it means at some point they have to raise the price in the end person. So keep that in mind. But some of these are, Comcast just trying to get profit, and that's business. There's making money is not a bad thing because it keeps you in business. Why are they doing now? If I were them, I would try to find ways to cut costs on the back end to not do that. But hey, I'm not Comcast. Thanks, Anthony. I really appreciate your support. Yeah, you're trying to Citra BPM trying to get in the giveaway. We are giving away a Fire TV Recast and antenna. Link in the show notes if you want to enter that. Did I see the leaked images of the Amazon or the AT&T DirecTV or their DirecTV Android TV box? Yes, CoreCarsNews.com. I have a post with my thoughts about it and the images if you want to check it out. Can the Roku with headphones stream audio to more than one user at a time? Yes, through the Roku phone apps and tablets more, you can use it. I think 4 people can listen through phones or tablets. The wireless speakers also now support Bluetooth phones from the speakers to your thing, so you can bypass the need for a phone and use Bluetooth through your Roku wireless speakers. Have I tested any 5G? I've seen demos of it. I've played with it at shows like CES. All right, if I haven't answered your question, re-ask it. We're going to try to get it all set up. What's better, 4K Fire TV Stick or the Fire TV Cube? The specs are better on the Fire TV Stick. The performance is better on the Fire TV Stick 4K. Excuse me, 4K for both of those. The Fire TV Cube does offer the ability to have an echo built into it. So in your living room, hands-free, which is great. If you have a physical disability and you struggle with, messing with the remote, that's a great option there. So I would say, yeah, check that out as an option. Luke, is using a VPN to access content in other countries allowed? Technically, you are breaking the terms of service. You do run the risk of someday them just saying, hey, you're using our VPN to break our terms of service. We're canceling your account, banning your credit card. Stranger things like that have actually happened. So keep that in mind. I would highly recommend using a VPN whenever you're in a public place to check bank accounts, any of that. Never do that in a public Wi-Fi without a VPN. Is Skyscream TV legit? Yes, I answered that question. Go to CoreCarsNews.com, enter Skyscream TV in the search. There's a post much more in depth than I can answer here. Thank you, NYC and Chris. Really appreciate it. Do I watch NFL games on Monday? Sometimes I do, not often. I'm more of a college football fan. I'll be watching college football tomorrow rather than NFL tomorrow night. Movie Fan, the 5 channels for $5 for DirecTV Now Deportes. There are other Spanish language channel packages from Fubo and Sling TV that I think offer more for your money. But if those 5 channels are what you want for $5, hey, not a bad deal if it's giving you the channels you want. All right. Cord cutter. All right. Kith, yes, NFL games will be on broadcast television tomorrow. The typical Thursday games, the Detroit Lions, the team I grew up with, will probably lose a game on Thanksgiving once again. I'm not sure which one's on. CBS, Fox, and NBC will all have games tomorrow. All right, everybody. I think I answered everybody's question. A few things. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our U.S. viewers. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. All the other ones that I probably am missing. I hope you're all getting ready for the start of the holiday season. I got my Christmas tree on. I think I've got to get one of those like blazers with the Christmas themes all going on here. But I hope you all have a safe day tomorrow traveling. Don't hit the bars too hard tonight here. As everybody calls it, it's amateur night at the bars right now. So be careful out there if you're out and about. I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving, even if you're not with family. I hope it's relaxing. Hopefully you will be having some time with family. So keep that in mind. All right, one last question. Palosero says, apparently I don't discuss anything that has a positive aspect of cable TV. Apparently I missed something here. So here's my challenge to you. What positive aspect of cable TV did I miss? Leave a comment, do it real quick, and I'll answer your question because I'm scrolling back and I'm not seeing it. All right. Oh, here it is. I see it. Because here's one thing. If you talk, YouTube has a filter. There's a couple things. If you put a link in the filter, it's going to put your question to hidden mode. If you put a $sign, puts your thing into hidden mode as possible spam. I have to look at it to show it off there. But he says, "Hi Luke, it's Rob. I called Comcast to renegotiate my bill. I told them I had subscribed to Hulu Live. They immediately took $25 off my bill, saving me $300 a month. I don't understand the math on that. So they took $25 off your bill, but somehow you're saving $300 a month. I don't understand. But I would still say canceling a Hulu would be best. If you already had Hulu on demand, $32 for Hulu Live. The cheapest plan with Comcast is $39. So not only would you get probably about the same amount of channels, with Hulu, you're also getting all the Hulu on demand content. Plus, there's no device rentals, broadcast TV. By the way, broadcast TV, regional sports fee going up in January again. Those are fees that Hulu does not charge, plus every rental device out there. So no, I don't think that's a positive thing of Comcast. Yeah, they took $25 off, but they're still charging you more than Hulu would. So my recommendation to you is shop around for internet, or you're saving $300 a year. Well, how much are you still paying in regional broadcast sports fees, regional sports fees, and broadcast TV fees? Together, those average about $18 and change now, starting January 1st, plus the $39, plus your device rentals, DVR technology fees, HD technology fees, your whatever their fees and taxes from the cities and everything. When you add that all up, you're paying more than you would with cord cutting. So yeah. And here's the thing that I would always say: if you negotiate, they will always try to give you a better deal. I will still say 9 times out of 10, cord cutting is cheaper. Because like I posted today, cordcuttersnews.com, Comcast is raising their prices again. January 1st is right there. So regional broadcast fees are going up, other sports fees are going up, and other cost hikes. They even have some packages now that start off, once your promo rate ends, over $250 a month. Once you get that, then you have to go add in things like device rental fees and taxes on top of that $250 plus dollars. Cable TV is ridiculous, not worth the money for 90% of Americans. Now, there's always that one person who's going to say, for me, it makes sense. I would argue that most of the time people say that, it really doesn't. But I will say there are occasional times out there where it does. Like I said, though, the cheapest Comcast TV package, once the promo rate ends, is $40 a month. Before you get fees, before you get taxes, before you get that. So check it out. All right, everybody. Go blue there, Citra. Here's my question to you. Do you really feel confident that you can beat Michigan this year? I bet the true answer is you don't feel extremely confident. You may think you're going to win, but I bet you don't feel confident about that. So go blue. We're coming for you, Ohio State. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Watch some football for me. Kick back, spend time with your family, eat some leftovers, save some money. Help your family save some money on TV while you're doing it. So take care. I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much. I am going to real quick hit an ad here for about 30 seconds. Hang out, watch it, because it pays the bills, helps me support my family real quick. For everyone else who is still here not seeing the ad, don't forget about the giveaway for our TV Recast and a ClearMax 2 antenna. Link in the show notes to enter that giveaway. Check it out. And hey, we do have Core Cars News coffee mugs. Links in the show notes. We also have t-shirts now. Link in the show notes. I'm not sure I have the link on this video, but all my other videos I recently uploaded at the bottom do have it there. So, hey everybody, have a great Thanksgiving. Take care. Appreciate your support. You guys are the world to me. We can argue all we want, but in the end, we're all core cutters. And I really appreciate your support. See you guys next week.